What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your December 2019 reading. This is going to be for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This message is not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus if it doesn't. And know that this is a general reading, but I do tend to pick up a lot of love messages. So, there's that. And I say that because with you guys, it's really no different this month. There's a lot talking about love and how that kind of ties into your life in terms of practicality. So yeah, I do want to thank all of you guys for joining, for coming and checking out the channel. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, hey boy, hey girl, thank you for coming back. Let's just get right into this because I'm already getting some messages I want to talk about. This month, it seems like you've actually got some really beautiful things coming up, especially like I said, in terms of love. I feel like Scorpio season for a lot of people was very heavy, especially we did have that Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So we already knew that was going to be intense. And for a lot of you, it may have felt like things were just going wrong back to back to back, or there was like some type of drama back to back to back, or, just some type of weirdness back to back to back. But here we start in December and the wheels are turning in your favor. You actually start with the Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful. So where it feels like things were going wrong, things are going to be going very right. But there's a little bit of skepticism on your part in terms of, I don't know if I could trust this. I don't know if I'm ready for this, those type of feelings. So we'll get into that. As your spirit animal guide this month, you guys got the panther, which the panther to me, it reminds me a lot actually of the Tower card in terms of major arcanas of the tarot decks, right? Because the panther is kind of like that surprise. It comes when it's, unexpected. Like the panther really comes in and pounces, on things, kind of causing havoc. And, a lot of times it can feel very heavy or very, just like heavily, discouraging. But basically when the dust clears away, we kind of see the wisdom of the panther at work, right? So it's very much tied to me to that Tower card of things happening unexpectedly, and a lot of times it being hard or being annoying, or again, like I said, causing havoc. But then as things start to settle, we see why it all had to happen, right? And I feel like that's exactly the pocket that you guys are in. It's funny, the panther card, he's got these bright green eyes, which the green is very much connected to the heart chakra. Again, I do feel like this has to do with a lot of like love situations for those of you, especially those of you who've maybe been struggling in terms of certain relationships or whatever. I feel like there's going to be a turnaround, but I still do feel like you guys need very much your space. Okay. Excuse me. Gosh. Okay, so you guys start out bottom of the deck with the King of Cups. This is water energy. This is your energy. This is beautiful energy. The King is very elevated. It's the most elevated of the suit, right? So this person is emotionally intelligent. This person is very in tune, very patient, very kind, very loving, very nurturing. It's a great place to be in. And I think that Scorpio season did teach you guys a lot of lessons and show you a lot of things to where you can have more compassion for yourself and for others. But it definitely triggered you to get into your heart space, which in some ways may be a little uncomfortable. Pisces, you guys like to kind of run away from your problems. No shade. But you guys, it's like your superpower where you guys are able to kind of disconnect from the world and go into your own, which is a great safe haven for you guys, but eventually have to come out and deal with what is. And so I think that that's really where you guys are. And at that point, it's going to require you guys to really go into your heart space, okay? Really to chase your happiness. You've got the Nine of Cups right underneath that. And I feel like you guys are going to be successfully moving forward. It's great. It's great energy, okay? I think this is going to be a very powerful month for you guys. So you are starting out with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the Fool card. This is beautiful. Like, this is great energy. Again, it feels to me like wherever things were feeling like they were going wonky or going wrong or, causing stress or whatever, things are starting to turn right, right? The Wheel of Fortune always shows up and spins in our favor. And it really implies that you guys have come over a hump, come over a hurdle, come over a certain challenge or a cycle, and now you guys are ready for a new beginning. It's beautiful. This is really like the universe at work to help push you towards where you're supposed to go. And with that Ace of Cups sitting right next to it, a lot of you guys are discovering new love, or picking up where you left off with the love that you were dealing with, but there's a different type of connection there. There's a different type of where it feels new. There's freshness there, right? I love this. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune, clarifying that is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords can talk about indecisiveness, right? It could talk about really needing to make a decision. So some of you guys may have come to a place where you've really decided that you are willing to move forward on something, or, you know, whatever it is, there's a decision that needs to be made. And through your decisions and through your actions, now you've got the universe working with you to help propel you forward, which is really, really beautiful. Now, a lot of you guys, like I said, I feel like this has to do with love. You guys could be dealing with a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but either way, it's love, and it's actually what you've been wanting, right? We've got the Star card, which is all about hope and healing. It's very much that divine faith at work, right? And it's also about wishes coming true. I think you guys, a lot of you guys are in a place where you've probably connected with something or someone that makes you feel very light, makes you feel very pure, like, oh, I like this. This is like good feelings, right? And there's really no, there's really not much resistance with that. But with that, I will say, I do feel like a lot of you guys are kind of questioning it, because in the past, things have maybe been very hard, right? But I feel like whatever it is that you're connecting to, which again, it could be water, could be Aquarius. You also have the Hermit card out here, I will say. So you guys may be connecting to a Virgo, but it feels like this is actually what you've been wanting, right? The feelings that you get from this person, the feelings that you get from this connection, it's exactly what you've been waiting for, exactly what you've been praying for, manifesting, hoping for, all these things. And here it is in the flesh in front of your face. But it's going to require you to take a risk with this Fool card, right? Again, so we've got two cards up here that talk about new beginnings. Wheel of Fortune talks about endings and beginnings. And the Fool is the very first card in the Major Arcana. So that's definitely about new beginnings. But the thing with the Fool card is it requires us to step out of our own way and take a risk. So take that risk. Again, so funny. Five of Cups comes out to clarify it. I told you, it feels like a lot of you guys may be resisting or holding back because of the things in the past that went wrong, but not realizing that you've got Two of Cups here, right? It's interesting. So you've got the Three Cups here. These are the things that like, oof, went wrong. You got the Two Cups here, and actually in your environment, you've got Two of Cups, which we'll get into next. But it's really about taking that risk and moving forward, especially in terms of love and relationships. You're going to have to be a little ballsy. You're going to have to kind of put yourself out there, kind of stick your neck out there. And I know that that's quite scary, but it looks like all these things that are in front of you, these people, this energy, whatever it is that's in front of you, it's a good look. It's a good look, and it leaves you feeling good. It leaves you feeling free. It leaves you feeling, like you could really take on anything. Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck right now. And that's that like betrayal. That's that like, shit, I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired, I'm dead, I'm whatever. You know what I mean? Tens always talk about endings of a cycle. And this is a struggly ass cycle. So I think that you guys should be patting yourself on the back right now that you've moved on, and know that things are not going to look the same as they did before, because you're different. You know, every single time we go through a trial and tribulation, hopefully if you're paying attention, you are learning something different. You are evolving. And I feel like that's the space that you guys are in right now. So whatever this is, this Ten of Swords, this stress, this worry, you guys are overcoming that and ready to hop into this full energy, right? Reminding yourself that whatever went wrong in the past, use it as your lesson. Appreciate everything that you got from it, right? No time is ever wasted on things, right? Because whatever situation you're in, for whatever amount of time you're in, you obviously needed it to get through it. Like I was in a relationship for over 10.5 years, and I would often say, God, I wasted so much fucking time. But no, I didn't waste the time. I obviously needed to be sitting there in that time for me to finally fucking get it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the same thing. You guys are experiencing something that's very, very pure, very loving, feels very, very good. And I think that scares you a little bit, which I understand. But I think that this is the time where it's, you know, take a risk, take a little bit of a risk, trust yourself, listen to your intuition. You guys are super psychic naturally, super spiritual naturally. And I think if you guys lean in on that, especially with all this cup energy presenting itself, I think that you will know exactly what to do. Okay. So then we've got Two of Cups, we've got the Hermit card, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys have connected with something that feels fair. It feels even. There's reciprocity there. There's like even give and take. There's balance there. There's passion there. There's like potential love there. This is a very loving card, a very loving energy. I feel like you guys have connected with someone who shows you that in the ways that maybe you've been missing out in prior relationships, right? Now this is sitting next to the Hermit card, so you guys may be connecting to a hermit person, but also I want to say, even if you guys have fell into this situation where you are feeling a lot of connection with someone, if you feel like you need a break, if there are moments that you feel like you need to kind of step away and breathe and kind of take it all in, it's okay to do that. But I would say communicate that so that you're not leaving the other person hanging like, what's going on, right? Again, I feel like there's a little bit of fear there based on the struggles and things that you've gone through in the past. But I don't feel like you have to worry about that in this relationship. Not saying there won't be any problems, but I'm saying that the problems that you experienced before, those aren't the same as what this new relationship will present itself as, right? So Two of Cups, that's water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But again, it does not have to be. It just really talks about a connection. Part of the reason why I feel like you guys may be wanting to hold back is there's a lot of mystery there. There may be a lot of factors that have to do with this relationship that you just aren't sure where it's going to swing. And this could be because maybe you're not sure if they're dating other people. You're not sure if, you know, you guys are really on the same page. You're not sure if there's things in there that maybe need a little bit of clarification. Also, even with you guys, you may not be sure where you're going to land. You may not be sure about your finances. You may not be sure about your situation to know exactly what you want to do in this relationship. Some of you guys have not come across this person yet, but they are coming. They are definitely coming. And you've got all this water here. So again, could be connected to water, or even if like, especially if someone has like a water sign in their Venus, definitely. But definitely you guys have found a connection with someone. It just feels like you're in a place where you don't know where this is going. So you're almost kind of shying away, right? You may be trying to find excuses of why it won't work. And don't do that. Don't work against yourself. Just use your intuition and that will guide you. Again, I think that alone time, when you start to feel a little overwhelmed or overstimulated this month, I think that's going to be good for you. But if you are, just making sure that you are not ghosting people, making sure that you are communicating that. Now, again, a lot of you guys, I do feel like you may be connecting to Virgo energy, and there is this worry, right? Nine of Wands. Again, you guys are worried. Nine of Wands is that person, they've gone through the fight, they've gone through the fire, they've been through the war, they've got their head banged up a little bit, but they are still in a place where they are willing to fight, right? They are able still to fight, but there is this little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, I don't know. It's a little bit of a stuck feeling, but you can still persevere through it. Some of you guys might be worried again that they are dealing with someone else or talking with someone else with this Three of Pentacles card. But you know what? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of you guys are taking on a lot of things in secrecy, right? So like, let's say if you connected to someone, for whatever reason, you may not be telling friends, family, whatever about it. Maybe you're just trying to fill out the situation on your own, and that's totally fine. But if you have people around you that you trust and you know love you, ask for help, ask for advice, ask, you know, ask. Sometimes we need different perspectives. Of course, not foolish ones, but if you have people in your life that are there for you, that you know won't steer you wrong, at least not on purpose, I think it's okay to ask. Some of you guys also might be kind of having one foot in, one foot out, because maybe you're thinking that there's something else out there, right? I think that this is an energy, you know, it's okay to take this slow. I would suggest that. even if you are feeling this dynamic connection, I think it's, it's a good idea to take it slow, really getting to know one another. Three of Pentacles is very much a collaborative card. It's a social card. It's a card of, it doesn't necessarily speak to love, but it's about people and interactions and relationships and getting to know each other and collaborating and working together and all of that. And I think it's okay to be in that space and kind of take it slow, surrender to this energy, right? And also I think as you get to know this person and as your connection as a friend deepens, you will start to see things from a different perspective. I think that all that negative kind of lower vibrational thinking that you guys are having going on, that really just derives from fear, I think that that will help you just take it slow. You are in there's no need to rush this. Again, you got Temperance, Four of Pentacles, and the Moon card popping up again twice. Temperance is all about that patience, right? It's all about that alchemy. It's all about blending the waters. It's all about being both very grounded and very watery at the same time. See, she's got 1 foot on land, 1 foot on water. Again, some of you guys are really connecting to earth energy with that. You guys are the water, they're the earth. And you guys are figuring out kind of how to make this work. Again, it may be a situation where you're figuring out, like, let's say if you have kids, they have kids, how would you blend this? How would you bring this together? How would this practically work? But you guys are being guided. But I think it's a good idea to take things slow, especially if you are feeling gun shy. Pisces, I think you guys can have the tendency to rush into things when you feel away, and that's, it's, again, you're water sign, you're very emotionally driven, and you're like, fuck it, if I like it and if it's working and it's whatever, it's good. But I would suggest taking this slow, even though I can say there is a definite connection. I think it's going to be good for you, mind, body, and soul, to go about it this way. Sagittarius is going to, Sagittarius season is going to show you some beautiful things. And I think that it's really good for you too, because Sagittarius as a sign is a very non-conformist sign. Sagittarians do what the fuck they want. They kind of just, they roll over here, they roll over there. It's okay to take it a little bit slower, because after we come out of that Sagittarius season, we are going into Capricorn season, which is all about process and the things and the responsibilities. And just so you don't kind of get that whiplash, take it slow if that's what you need to do. Okay. Now with the Four of Pentacles, I do want to say, make sure you're minding your money. I know that holiday season comes up and everybody just wants to spend on everybody all their money that, for the sake of love. But I would definitely say to just mind your money. Mind your money. Also with that message of taking things slow. Not saying being guarded, but just being very calculated and smart, right? Hold on, I want to pull out one more clarifier and then we'll go over these. So going back to that Sagittarius card, the Temperance, you guys got the Page of Pentacles that's clarifying this. So again, this is really a time to learn that person. This is a time to really get to know them on a level that is more than just, the physical, right? Page of Pentacles is very much that learner card. This is about going back to school for some of you guys, maybe picking up a trade so that you can do some different type of work. But it's a card of taking things slow and really learning a situation, really filling out a situation. And with both of these cards, I really feel like this is a time to do just that. And even going back to learning and really exploring what it is that you want, so that you're not just falling into another relationship by default. That's going to be very, very important. Yeah, take this time to have fun and just fill it out. You know what I mean? Don't rush into anything. Four of Pentacles, again, make sure that you're minding your money, not spending too much. Even if you were to get like a holiday bonus or some type of anything, payouts coming in, making sure that you're minding your money, right? You've got the Nine of Pentacles. So I do think finances are going to be looking good. You might be triggered or inspired to spend a little bit more, but just mind it. I think there are some things that are going to be coming up with the Seven of Cups that present to you different options, whether it be travel, whether it be moving, whether it be whatever it is, that you're going to really want that money for later, right? Even, again, it could even be going back to school. It could be anything. It could be literally anything, but I just feel like it's going to be important that, not saying don't spend any of it, but let's say if you get a large lump sum of money, pocket a good portion of it for a rainy day. I think you guys are going to be feeling very strong financially. And so again, that may bring out some like, ooh, let me spend on this, but just be a little bit smart about it. Okay. Now the Moon card, clarified by the Six of Wands. Whatever it is that you are worried about, whatever it is that you are, that is unknown to you, I think things are going to definitely come to the light, especially more towards the end of the month when we hit that Three of Pentacles and that Hangman energy. If you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling stagnant, you are feeling a little confused, let the answers come to you because they're going to. Everything is going to work out okay. So if there is some type of mystery around this person in your environment, because you do have the Moon card twice, just fill them out. Things are going to come to you. I do feel like this is a good connection, but there may be some extra work either on your part or theirs, or there's something tricky about the relationship that it's like it might require a little bit more proper planning. Right? But I feel like if you are taking things slow and staying on top of it, you guys can have success there, most definitely. Now, you guys got pay yourself first. Make yourself your most financial obligation by setting, oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. Again, be very mindful of your money. Even if you get a lot of it, just be mindful. Tuck it away. I think 2020, you're going to be presented with a lot of opportunities to do a lot of different things. It could be buying a home. It could be traveling. It could be investing. It could be whatever. And I think that you guys are going to want the extra funds and the flexibility in order to do so, okay? Now, with the love, you guys got two that came out. You got separation and finances and career. So finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Again, some of you, like I said in the very beginning, I feel like there's a resistance and a little bit of holding back. A lot of you guys, I feel like this has to do with things that have gone wrong in the past, being a little gun shy, being a little fearful that things are going to be fucked up again, that type of thing. But some of you guys, it's very important that you're getting your finances and your career straight, right? And not necessarily like, because I feel like a lot of you guys are actually financially sound and good in terms of your career, but like maybe if you were to meet someone and date someone, this would not throw off, but this would change how you live, like where you live. Like, would this mean that you're going to move? Would this mean that you're going to maybe move jobs? All these types of things. I just think that your finances are definitely paramount this month. So, because I feel like everything else is happening for you. Like everything else is happening for you. The love's coming, the connection's coming. Ride it out, fill it out, just feel the yummy feelings. I don't feel like you have to do too much there, but just really mind your finances. Don't overspend. Just don't, okay? And then separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Again, if some of you guys are feeling a little crowded, feeling a little like, ooh, I don't know if this is the one, ooh, I'm a little scared, communicating that will be really good. I do feel like, especially with that Hermit card, a lot of you guys will be needing a little bit of time and distance from someone coming up here, and that's totally fine. But if you care about this person, if this is someone that you can see yourself potentially building with, just making sure that you are communicating that so that they don't think that you're ghosting them. I do feel like there's going to be pockets of time this month where you need to just breathe and be alone. And again, that's totally fine. But just communicate that if you are involved with someone, okay? So I think this is a great reading. If you guys would love to purchase a personal reading, you can hit me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. If you go to the About tab, I've got my menu of services and pricing. You can look those over. And if you already know what you want to do, it's just easier so that I can like get back to you and we can get the ball rolling faster, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Pisces.